Yep, the PlayStation Portal is here, and there's a lot to discuss. With me having the PlayStation Portal a little over a month now, I can finally give you guys my full review. My goal today is to explain to you guys what the PlayStation Portal is, what is the performance like, and what are the limitations. What is it like using it in the real world? Who is the PlayStation Portal for? A side-by-side comparison with the PlayStation Portal being on the same network and one with it being on two different networks. What I think they could have done to make the PlayStation Portal better. And last, what I think about the PlayStation Portal after having it for about a month now. With that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay, so what is the PlayStation Portal? The PlayStation Portal is a brand new handheld, which is basically a revamped version of the PSP and the PS Vita. This handheld has an 8-inch 1080p screen with a refresh rate of 60 Hz. Though this might sound a little disappointing at first, as we all wanted the 4K 120Hz screen, it's actually a very nice screen for the size, and you may not even notice it. Now, what Sony has done is basically break the DualSense controller in half and slap the screen right in the middle of it. And yep, if you're wondering, the handheld still does have the vibration features and the resistant triggers. Also, on the top of the handheld, we do have the power button and the link button, also with the volume controls up and down. On the bottom of the handheld, we do have the Type-C charging port and the 3.5 headphone millimeter jack. And spoiler alert, we do not have Bluetooth with this new handheld. So that means you'll have to purchase PlayStation's brand new headsets, like the PlayStation Pulse Sports and the PlayStation Pulse Elite. Both these headsets will support PlayStation's brand new link feature. With all that being said, this handheld is only an accessory to the PlayStation 5. And what does that mean? This is only a remote player. So basically, you cannot store any games to the system, nor can you play the system offline. And you must have a PS5. So for my PS4 users, this will not work. And last, this will need to be on the internet, which means the PS5 needs to be connected to an internet source and the PlayStation Portal needs to be connected to an internet source. So, what is the PlayStation Portal performance like, and what is its limitations? And the straight, cut dry answer is, it's all dependent on your internet speeds. Okay, so if you have fast speeds and close to your internet router or source, then you'll have a great, amazing time with this. But if you have low internet speeds and are far away from the internet source, then you'll have a terrible time. Which means you'll have low resolution, even the game dropping out, which you'll have to reconnect. And which at that point, it makes the game unplayable and a waste of time. With that being said, if you like fast-paced games, like me, I'm a Call of Duty player, and latency is very important, then I could not recommend this device. I mean, the handheld is fun, but the latency is just way too slow, which resulted in me getting killed every single time. So to me, games like Apex or Fortnite, those games will probably be unplayable if you're trying to game seriously. But other games like GTA, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2, Naruto, games like that, the experience was actually super fun. And I found myself really enjoying the story mode, as I normally usually don't play that and just go straight to online. So to wrap everything up, basically, if you have good internet speeds, you'll have an enjoyable time. If you have slow internet speeds, you're gonna have a terrible time. Okay, so what is it like using the PlayStation Portal in the real world? Okay, so after I got my PlayStation Portal, I decided to head out with my girl and my son and do some shopping and actually test out the PlayStation Portal. First place I went to was Target. Okay, so with Target's internet, you're able to log into their internet without having to open up a browser to accept the terms, which is actually pretty cool at first. I mean, with Target's internet speeds, I was able to get about 480p or maybe 720, but I was never able to get 1080p resolution. For sure, definitely wasn't able to get that. And every time I was able to log in and actually log into the PlayStation Portal, which kind of took a while, I was only really able to get maybe about 1 minute or 2 minutes in of gaming before the game actually shutted me out. And then I had to reconnect back to the system. After the PlayStation Portal closed me out, maybe the second time, it just seemed like the experience just wasn't worth my time. So I just stopped it altogether. Okay, I mean, the experience is pretty cool, but it actually takes quite a while to actually log the portal into your system. And then after taking all that time to actually get into the system, and then you getting kicked out maybe about 1 or 2 minutes of playing, it almost kind of gets annoying. So then you just be like, you don't really want to play it no more. So after that, I headed on over to Best Buy, one of my favorite stores, and attempted to log into their internet source. And with their internet, you do have to accept terms and open up a web browser, which the PlayStation Portal is not allowed to do. Well, at least not now. It isn't able to do so. And that wasn't no problem. I just took out my phone and booted up the hotspot. Now with the hotspot, the internet was completely different. I mean, it did start off a little fuzzy and starting off probably around like 720p, but I definitely did get 1080p resolution. And if you got 4 to 5 bars, I definitely say you can definitely get the 1080p resolution. Now, with the hotspot, I definitely was able to get some real gaming in, which the actual experience was enjoyable. I definitely gamed for probably about like 2 to 3 minutes, no problem. The only problem with hotspot is Most people don't have a limited hotspot. As for myself, I only have 40 gigs of hotspot. So after that, the hotspot slows down. So I don't know if this is going to be a long-term solution or how fast that hotspot does get burnt up. So, which again, like I said before, this might not be a long-term solution and could be a problem for some people in the future, as this could run up your bill. So, who is the PlayStation Portal for? I would say the PlayStation Portal is for people who want a game but not sit in front of the TV. Or for people who have kids or a significant other that wants to watch TV but you still want to get some gaming in. Or even for a person like myself, when I'm at work and I have downtime, I can still get some gaming in. Or if you're out shopping with your girl and she like to take forever in the day, then you can kill a little bit of free time. Or last, if you're ever at a friend house and they got their system, you could bring your PlayStation Portal and then you don't necessarily need to bring your PlayStation. And then you can still guys get some gaming in together even though you didn't bring your system. Let me know down in the comment section if you have a reason for why you play your PlayStation Portal other than the reason that I mentioned down in the comment section. Okay, so now we need to do a side-by-side comparison with one PlayStation Portal being on the same network as the PS5 and then the other PlayStation Portal being on a different network from the PS5. This should be able to give us an idea of what the PlayStation Portal would be like if you're playing outside your home but have a good internet connection. Alright guys, so now I got two PlayStation Portals. I got mine on here on the left and I got my little sister's on the right. The goal today is to see, does it matter if the PlayStation Portal is on the same network as the actual PlayStation? Okay, so on the left side, this is my PlayStation Portal. Again, like I said before, my PlayStation Portal is on the same network as the PS5. This PlayStation Portal, which is my little sister's, is on my this PlayStation Portal is on my internet, but her PS5 is on a completely different network, which is the one back at her house. Alright, so both systems that you see, they're both up live. What we're going to do is send the PS5 into rest mode. And then we're going to wake both of them up and see, is there any delay or any speed differences from this one being on the same network and this one not being on the same network. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a send it down to rest mode.
Okay.
So we're going to give it a few minutes. I know it's going to take a couple of seconds for the PS5 to actually enter rest mode. So once we do that, we're going to both, I'm going to click the PlayStation button for the PlayStation Portal to actually try to wake up the PlayStation and see if there's any differences, again, if it's on the same network or not. Alright, so give it a couple of more seconds. Alright, so I think at this point, I think both of the PlayStation Portal, at this point, I think both of the PlayStation should actually have entered rest mode. And now we're going to wake the PlayStation up and see which one goes faster or if it's about the same time or not. Alright, so I'm going to click the power button on both. Alright, we got the PlayStation logo. Going to click the PlayStation sign. Alright, this one is moving a little slower. So we're going to wait till we get the X button on here. See if we can go ahead and get ready to boot in. See which one happens first. Again, like I said before, my PlayStation is on the same network as my PS5. This PlayStation Portal is on a different network than her PlayStation Portal. So this is like being in real world. If she's out somewhere, out and about, friend's house, playing the PlayStation Portal, is there any delay or is it any faster if it's not on the same network? That's what we're trying to see. Alright, so we're having a little bit of difficulty trying to get them to boot in. Alright, so this one says try again. Let's see if mines go through or not. And that's one thing I did notice with the PlayStation portals. They do seem to give completely different results. I don't know. Every single time I turn this on, it's completely different every single time. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow. I don't know why it's like that, but that's just what happens sometimes. I don't know how long it needs to take for it to time out either. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna click the circle button. I'm gonna back me out of there. We're gonna go here, click this. Alright, so we're gonna try it one more time. Both click the X button. Ready, set, go. Alright, so mine's tapped in pretty fast. Having a little difficulty with this one. As you did see earlier, this one was on the internet. It was connected to the system. So once this one taps in, I'm going to not shut it back down. I'm going to back out and then see how fast, so we can get more of a real world test. Alright, so now this one's finally booting in. Alright, so we are back at the dash like we were before, as you can see. Alright, so what we're going to do is going to back out. Let's see if we can, what is it? Alright, let's see if we can shut it off and come back in to reconnect back into the portal. Alright, so again, we're going to press the PlayStation button. Alright, so we're still back in at the same. Let's see if I do this. Let's see if I disconnect. Alright. We're gonna shut both of them down. Alright, again, we're gonna try it one more time. Now that with this one is connected, and see if there's any differences again. Again, this PlayStation portal is on the same network. This one isn't. So clearly, it being on the same network does have a different effect, it seems. This one is still struggling. And mind you, this is on the same internet. These are both on the same internet at my house. But her PS5 is on a different network. And my PS5 is on the same network. So it's not bad, but it's just not fast. Alright, so let's try that one more time just to see if we got any differences in the result. Alright, again, we are going to press the X button again. Let's see. Again, this one is extremely fast compared to this one. Alright, finally got booted up. Alright, so the next test, we're going to go over to Miles Morales and see if there's any differences in how it boots or plays off the jump. This one seems like it's in full resolution. This one seems like it's in full resolution. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and press X and see if there's any speed differences or any slows. Okay, so that's a little different. This one booted up faster than mine's. Alright, so we're going to start the new game just to go to the story mode and just to see if we see any differences. Alright, so we're gonna start up a new session so we can get just a little bit of that story mode video. Let's do like set. Alright, 1, 2, 3. See what we get. I don't know if it's me. Mine seemed like it kind of couple of frame rate things is going on over there. I'm not sure. Now everything seems pretty much on par for the most part. Alright, so let's just see. So this feels good. Feels good. Alright, so let's see. Let's see how this one plays.
Hey, B, headed your way. Did I miss the convoy? Not yet. They're still securing a couple inmates. Man, it feels good seeing the guys who escaped last year going back to the raft. Real good.
Kind of a little hard to play with the screen in there. So if you just seen right there, there was a little bit of a hiccup with the frame rate for a couple of seconds, but for the most part, it seems about the same. So all in all, what it seems like, if whether you're on the same network or not on the same network, as long as you got good internet speeds, you should experience the same good you should experience the same damn, what am I trying to say? You should experience pretty much the same frame rate without no lost frames or whatnot. Alright, so there you have it. Both of the PlayStation Portals. Both of the PlayStation Portals on the same network, but the PS5 are on different networks. This PS5 is on my network. I mean, this PlayStation Portal is on my network, and this PlayStation Portal PS5 is on a different network. Alright, so that was that. Okay, let's sum everything up. Okay, so both of the PlayStation Portals were about neck and neck. With my little sister's PlayStation Portal being a slightly slower than mine's, still wasn't really that bad of a situation. But when I actually played the PlayStation Portal on both handhelds, they both were basically about the same. So all in all, if you're playing this PlayStation Portal outside your home, as long as you have good internet speeds, you shouldn't have much of a problem. Okay, so what do I think Sony could have done to make the PlayStation Portal better? I think this is a dope handheld, but I think they should have made it with the option to have storage. And wait, before y'all go crazy on me, let me explain what I'm trying to say. I do get and understand that if the PlayStation Portal had storage, there would be no need for a PS5. In which, if that was the case, the PlayStation Portal would not be $200, it would be way over that amount. And I understand that. But what I'm saying is, maybe let the PlayStation Portal only have about 200 gigs of space. Meaning, you'll only probably be able to store at least about one game. Then, make the PlayStation Portal only able to access the storage unless it's connected to the internet. I think with one game stored on the PlayStation Portal, like games like Call of Duty, would help it out tremendously and eliminate the lag. And because the PlayStation Portal then wouldn't be fully relying on the internet and relying on some of the storage and the internet as well. With that being said, I do hope that Sony does continue making new handhelds in the future. And I would hope to see a PlayStation Portal Pro or maybe a PlayStation Portal 2. And last, what do I finally think about the PlayStation Portal after having it a little bit over a month now? To me, I mean, the PlayStation Portal is definitely worth it. I mean, I'm basically able to take my PS5 on the go, but it's in the form of a handheld. I mean, from the 8-inch 1080p screen to how the resistant figures feel like the DualSense controller and how lightweight this handheld is. I mean, it's just dope and an extremely cool experience. I'm basically able to game when I'm at work on downtime, or even a game when I'm out of town without having to drag around my whole PS5 and have a TV. I'm able to still just game without either one of those things with me. And from the looks of my tests, as long as you have decent internet speeds, you'll basically be having the same experience as if you were at home, but you'll be out of town or away from your system. Now, I am a little disappointed that I'm not able to really play fast-paced games, but the only drawback with that is now I actually start to play my story mode games more often than I did before. And hey, I understand you can't get everything for just $200. It just isn't gonna work like that. With all that being said, I am super glad you guys made it this far in the video, and I really want to appreciate you guys. If you can, drop a gaming controller emoji or write gaming down in the comment section. I definitely would appreciate that. Also, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I got more videos coming soon, from TVs I did an unboxing on, from watches, and much more tech. I need you guys to stay tuned. Again, it is your boy Party Boy TV, and I'm out.